Hello everybody, this is Miss Suguna with you once again, and today we are going to do purchase management exercise 2. So just check, do you have the exercise with you in your computer screens, because you'll be referring to it quite a lot today. So once again, let me just reiterate some of the acronyms that you will see. VQ stands for vendor quotation, PO stands for purchase order, GRN stands for goods receipt number. So in exercise 2, the scenario is such. You received a quotation from vendor X today, and your purchasing manager, Kaiser Lim, asked you to prepare a purchase order and a purchase delivery order using the ERP system. So in your worksheet, you should be able to see 3 items. Terms of the payment and delivery are such. Cash discount 10% 30 days. Trade discount 10% for purchases above $100 amount before GST and 15% for purchases above $200. Price payable includes 7% GST. Goods to be delivered within 30 days from the date of order, and the billing address should be Chai Chee Avenue 3, Park Lane Centre, 0462, Block 30B, Singapore 462030. Alright. So this video will be quite short and straightforward because the exercise that you're going to do is very similar to exercise 1. So I do not want to spend too much time explaining each and every step, and I would like to use this video more to enlighten you or to alert you on some of the things that you might get wrong. So very first thing that you need to do is to update the terms of your unique vendor ID. Okay, so in order to do that, what we're going to do is we are going to go to Masters, Customers and Vendors, and be very careful to click on Vendors because this is a purchase management exercise. And then key in your unique vendor number, okay, and then click the checkbox, and then Manage Vendor and Edit Vendor. Okay, so once you are here, navigate to debit term. Right now it shows net 15. However, in the given exercise, it is a cash discount 10% 30 days. So it should reflect the 30 days, and therefore it should be net 30. Okay, so once you make that change, click on save. A lot of students forget to do the save and immediately close the tab, and this is something you want to avoid, because if you don't click on the save button, the change will not be saved and it will affect the later forms that you're going to create. So yes, I want to save this record, and once that's done, I'm going to do a little housekeeping. So I'm going to close the tabs that I do not need. Okay, so next step is to prepare the vendor quotation, and vendor quotation also refers to the purchase inward quotation. So to do this, what we are going to do is we're going to go to Accounts Payable Purchases, then we're going to click on Entry, and then we are going to click on Purchase Inward Quotation. Okay, so once you are here, you are going to click on Create New, and you're going to select the right vendor. So in my case, it will be vendor 950. So once I've done that, the debit term should be correctly reflected. Alright. So next step, it is to create the vendor quotation number. So to do that, I'm going to give sequence format as NA, and according to the paper, the format of the quotation number should be VQP2-XXXV1. Okay. So because I have already done this exercise before, mine is going to be VQP2-950V2. Okay, so be very careful on how you label it, because when we are looking at your PDF files, it should be correctly labeled. Okay, so once you have done that, you can now go in and key the delivery and terms of payment information that is given in the worksheet. Okay, so that would be cash discount 10% 30 days. Please be very careful here when you're keying in the details, as you want to avoid mistakes like spelling mistakes or missing information. Okay, because if there are missing information, you might be penalized in terms of marks for that. Okay, purchases above 100 and 15% purchases above 200. includes 7% GST. Goods to be delivered within 30 days from date of order. Alright, so once I've done that, I'm going to add in my products. Okay, but before that, just do a quick check to make sure that the agent should show student 950, because you are the person who are generating this vendor quotation. Okay, so now I've checked that is okay. And guys, I actually found a quick shortcut to adding items from different categories, so in one single step. Okay, so this is how you do it. So I'm going to search for the item. Okay, once I see the item, I'm going to click the checkbox, and after that I just proceed on to the next item, and I click the checkbox, and then the third item, and click the checkbox. Okay, not to worry that the other items are missing, just click on add, and ta-da! Okay, the items are already all in. And once the items are in, okay, key in the quantity. This is another place where students will get mistakes. Okay, they might key in the incorrect quantity accidentally. For example, instead of 30, you might key in 3. Okay, and 3 is the wrong quantity, right? Or instead of 15, you might key in 150, and then that will cause a huge difference in the final value. Okay, once you have done this, you're going to go back. Okay, you're going to click on apply global discount. And do you know how to see how much discount to give? Okay, in order to calculate discount, you're going to look at the total amount before tax. Okay, the total amount before tax is 196.50, and this is a purchase above $100 but below 200, so I'm going to give a discount of 10%. So the minute you key in the discount, you notice that the numbers have changed. Alright, and the next step is to include the GST. I'm going to select total tax as yes, and then I'm going to I'm going to enter a GST TX 7%. And the final step in this process is to make sure the address is correct. So right now it's showing me the wrong address, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to change it. Park Lane Center 0. So same thing, when you're keying in the address, please make sure that you're keying it in correctly. 30B Singapore 46230. Okay, and you can just click same as billing address just to be consistent. And you notice that I've made a mistake already. My postal code is incorrect. It should be 462030. So I'm just going to make the amendment. I'm going to uncheck and recheck again. And I'm just going to copy this and paste it into the other address field for consistency. And then click save, and your address is now saved, and your purchase order is already done. So I click save to save this record. And when you're going to submit, you click print record, default template, and then submit it as a PDF file, register number, name, and then the file name. Alright, so without much hesitation or much time wasted, we are going to move on to the last part of this exercise, which is to create a purchase order and a purchase delivery order. Okay, so far what you have done is to create a vendor quotation. So this is done, so I'm going to do a little housekeeping, close everything that I don't need, and then I click on purchase order. So once I'm here, I'm going to click on create new to create a new purchase order. Everyone on the same page? Okay. Next step is to select the vendor. Okay, and after that, you're going to check the debit term. Yes, is correct. And then next thing is to link it to the vendor quotation. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm going to select yes, and then I click on vendor quotation, and then I'm going to search for the vendor quotation number. So remember just now, what is the quotation number that we generated? But this is the wrong field, so I'm not going to use that field. and then I click on NA. Oh, sorry. Okay, just to revert back, that was the right field. Okay, and then I select the vendor quotation number VQP2950V2, and then after that I select sequence format NA, and I key in my purchase order number. According to the given exercise, the format that you are required to input is POP2XXXV1, so that is what we are going to do. And in my case, I'm going to use V2 for consistency. So once that is done, just check that the memo is correct. Okay, this shows that the correct vendor quotation, it has been referenced. Okay, and after that, check the agent is correct. So once you have done that, okay, go scroll down to the list of items and the value. Make sure it is all correct. And remember to apply global discount. Yes, and 10%. Okay. So once this is done, save this record. Click Save. Okay, and then print the record for submission. And the final step now, okay, close all the tabs. We are going to generate a purchase delivery order. So in order to do that, you go to Purchase GRN and click Create New. Once again, select the right vendor. Okay, check that the debit term is correct, and then link to my purchase order. So the purchase order that we created just now, and then select NA for sequence format, and then the given GRN format is GRN P2XXXV1, so that is what I'm going to use, and V2 in my case. Okay, so after that, just make sure the memo is correct, agent is correct. Okay, address, yes, that's correct. And after you have done that, we are going to click Save and print the record for submission. And with that, you have come to the end of Purchase Management Exercise 2, and this is the last and final exercise for this module, but that doesn't mean that we are not going to have little mini tests. So I'm going to create some mini tests for us to try out over the next few weeks. So I hope these video lectures are helpful for you, and in any case, if you have any questions or clarifications, please feel free to message or email Miss Ashikin or myself, and we'll try our best to answer your queries at the quickest possible time. Okay, stay safe everybody, and keep up the positive spirit, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Alright guys, see you, bye bye.